Okay, there we go. I was like, why was I not hearing myself on the stream? Okay, I think we're good now. Quick mic check. Everything seems good. Okay, all right. Uh, what's poppin'? What is really good? I know I am mad late, guys. I apologize for being late. I was having some technical difficulties. When it came down to everything. And I was also, and that's why, hence why I was late with the stream a little bit. So my sincerest apologies for that. But we are live now with a podcast here, my ultimate podcast revamped. Is the mic broken? It was, but I fixed it. How does it sound now? Does it sound okay? Let me know. Let me know how the mic sounds, Blake, if anything. Also, welcome to the stream. But yeah, I was having quite a few technical difficulties, hence why I was having some issues with the which was pretty much why I was late to starting the stream, pretty much. But how does the mic sound now? Does it sound okay? Is it like? Because what happened was I dropped my one of my pieces I had, and I just had to pick it up and fix it now. It sounds good. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and get some music popping. Let's go ahead and start that right now. All right. So right for tonight, guys, it is just me tonight. Unfortunately, I think my GF is might be busy, hence why she's not on with me at the moment. So it's all good. Love you, babe. But the show shall go on because I know I delayed this 2 weeks ago, in fact, in which I was going to plan to do the stream, but did not happen because other things came up. But I'm back, guys. I know I was off last week, and I figured, I could use the week off to relax, catch up with a lot of things. But the stream is kind of really just going to be updates mostly, and also talking about a couple things that I kind of want to touch base on for the most part. So that's pretty much where I'm sitting at for the most part. Rather that what I'm going to be mostly going into when it comes down to this in particular. So first off, I'm back. I'm sure as I could probably see. I was late once again tonight because of the stream, because of having some technical difficulties. Hence why I started late. But yeah, there's that, and then as well as the fact that you guys, you already know what's going on. But anyways, hopefully everyone's been having a good day. Hopefully everyone's been having a good time. Good. Hopefully everyone had a great week, and hopefully everyone's week this week is good. So yeah, a couple things I kind of want to talk about in this stream. This is going to be like this is going to be kind of like a little bit of a chatting stream. This is obviously going to be a chatting stream. No games are going to be streamed. I will be live tomorrow with Scarlet and Violet tomorrow. Going to be doing some battles. Viewer battles, of course. All that good stuff. So that's going to be taking place, and yep. So with that, now let's go ahead and go into this. So the first thing I kind of want to talk about is actually going to be a little rant, actually. Now I know rants, I know, but yes, it's going to be a bit of a rant. Now, what am I going to rant about? Let's see. Basically, the transit system here in New York City, and all I'm going to say is it is dog water. All right, it is dog water, and I honestly cannot stand this dang gone transit any longer. I cannot deal with it anymore. It is horrendous. I'm gonna tell you guys the story real quick, right? This morning, right, I was going to work because I work. I go and I'm like, okay, it's another start to the day. Try and get myself back into the groove, of course. And we were random. I'm interested to hear this ramble. Oh yeah. Buckle up, Gnome. You're about to be in for a bit of a story. Also, welcome to the stream. So yeah, starting my morning, had my breakfast, of course. I started my breakfast. I started my breakfast. What the heck? I started my day with breakfast. Excuse me. I started the day with breakfast, and then I basically got myself dressed, got myself prepared, washed my face, all that stuff. Just doing my usual prepping, all that stuff, just to get my day started. So I leave. I'm like, okay, I gotta go I gotta walk a few blocks to get the train. I'm like, it's okay, no biggie. It was a bit of snow on the ground because it did snow last night, which was pretty funny. I wasn't expecting snow, but we did get snow, a bit of snow in New York, which I thought was really interesting. We got some snow. All the snow melted, by the way. But anyways, so I get to the train station, right? And now this is where it gets interesting. All right, so buckle up, y'all about to hear this. All right, so I got to the train station. I missed the train. Okay, so basically where I live at, I have 2 trains near me. I have to take one particular train to then transfer to another train to get to work. Basically, that's what I have to do to get to work at a consistent basis. Basically, breakfast is your life. I mean, you gotta. Everybody starts your day with breakfast. True. Like, let's be honest here. But yes, I do. I always have breakfast every morning. I don't start my day without breakfast. All that stuff. So yeah. But anyways, so I get to the train station, and obviously there's 2 trains. I have to take 2 trains in order to get to where I need to go to get to work. So I get there and I'm like, okay, well, I missed one train, and then I was forced to wait like, let's see, I had to wait like 8 minutes for the next one. I'm like, okay, 8 minutes seems okay. It's meh, but whatever. But the station was packed, and it stunk. It stunk so bad. It stunk so much. I had to wear a mask just to get rid of the smell. Well, not really, but so I don't inhale it, because sometimes, if you guys don't know, I kind of struggle with a bit of whenever I smell something extremely funky, it kind of affects me a little bit. And I don't know who it was, but there was somebody in that station. Let me tell you something. It was somebody in that station that had, the stinky stuff. I don't want to say it like on stream, but like, y'all know what I'm talking about. And the smell is so horrendous. Like, I can literally smell it in the station, and that's the annoying thing too. And then on top of that, the station was packed. The floor literally, of course, was wet because I guess they don't know how to clean or whatever. And then, when the train comes in finally, after waiting 8 minutes, the train is packed. The train is full to the brim. Bro, somebody even has a bike on the train. I'm thinking to myself, brother, why do you have why do these people with the bikes take the train? Like, hello? There's a bike literally in the train. Like, there's hardly any room as it is. The train is mad packed, super duper packed. And you're telling me that some buffoon with a bike is on the train. Now, granted, I don't digress. If people ride bikes, more power to them. But I cannot stand the bikes on the train. And then and then on top of that, the train just straight up comes in mad packed. And then it's like having to wait in where the station itself is stinky. It was horrible. Like, and then okay, so I'm like, okay, there's no way I'm gonna take this train because it's mad packed. I checked the app. There's like maybe 1 or 2 more coming. I'm like, okay, sure. I could wait a few minutes. I could wait maybe like 2 minutes. So I wait for the second train. I'm like, okay, cool. I could take this train, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm on my way. The train is moving slowly through a few stops because it connects to another lane. Okay, so basically, right, I'm on the train right now, right? I'm going down, there's a part in the line that it connects with another train. And unfortunately, it was one of those mornings in which I had the morning, it was literally one of those times where a train gets in front of the one I was on, and I was like, shoot. And I was like, okay, so we're going to be moving a little bit more slowly. But the train ends up going mad slow. Like, I kid you not. As soon as, like, the train was a bit slow, I'm like, okay, the train's moving a little slowly because we have another train ahead of us. But as soon as I get to, it's when we get to my stop, the stop I'm trying to get off at. and then the train is literally moving. Okay, you guys know like how slow a snail moves? That's how slow the train was moving. Like, I kid you not. I waited all that long just for the train to freaking take mad long just to get to where I need to go. And then I'm like, brother, can we move this train? But they can't because they were doing construction on the outside at the end of the platform. So I'm like, oh my god, again with these slowness. I'm like, okay, I get to my stop. I go ahead and make a transfer. I missed the train I needed to get to work, and then I had to wait another 5 minutes. 5 minutes for it to be another train that doesn't even go all the way to where I need to go. And then after that, I had to wait another 8 minutes for a train to go where I needed to go. I'm like, what the heck? MTA. Basically, that's the name of the system in New York, by the way, in case you guys don't know. MTA, basically, or Metropolitan Transportation Authority, more like piece of monkey poop. Honestly, I was gonna swear, but I'm not trying to swear, obviously. But what? Yeah, exactly. And oh my god, the waiting, the stench, the slowness, I can't, honestly. And then the funny thing is, I'm hearing they're gonna increase the train fare up more because apparently people keep evading the fare, which they have. Now, I'm not gonna deny that there are people that don't pay their fare. You know, I pay my fare as a normal human being, right? And then these people over here not paying the fare, and now we suffer because they're talking about possibly raising the fare more, and yeah, they still can't provide train service. Like, hello, like MTA, y'all need to wake up, honestly, straight up. Like, brother, if you're gonna raise the fare, at least provide better service. The service this morning was garbage. It was monkey crap. And then because of all that, I was unfortunately late to work. Now, granted, my work was understanding. I called ahead of time, let them know I was going to be running late because of this. But it's like, these delays keep happening so much. So consistently. Like, I'm sorry, but I have to get this off my chest because this is what I have to deal with every morning going to work. It's such a headache. Like, I cannot, honestly. MTA, worst transit company in the world. Change my mind. Alright, Num said, would you get $1 billion but a snail chases you for the rest of your life? Train? I mean, listen. A snail is slow. A snail is super duper slow. Okay? I could walk pretty fast. Considering the snail is really slow, even if it follows me the rest of my life, it would never catch me. So let me get that $1 bill real quick. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's my little rant of the day. That's my little rant I just wanted to get off my chest because I honestly cannot. I'm actually shocked. I feel you, Blake, because like I said, you know, the funny thing is, right, a lot of people want to come to New York. You know, they really want to explore New York. But the truth is, there's nothing. New York is mad expensive. There's nothing really exciting about it, honestly. Nothing but rats, you know, crackheads, you know, stuff like that. That's all it really has to offer. Like, yeah, it has some nice scenery. There are some areas that are nice and have nice scenery, but sometimes you have to deal with the fact of that stench. I cannot stand that stench. I cannot. Now, if they smoke it, it's whatever. You know, if they do it to de-stress, okay, sure. I understand. You know, life gets stressful. We all get stressful. But, like, do you have to bring it on the transit? Do you have to bring that on the train? Like, oh my god. And there was one time, guys. Right, that the thing that pisses me off the most as well when I take the train is there are people that have the audacity to smoke on the train. They're prohibited from doing it. Yet you got these crackheads smoking on the train. Like, I'm sorry. There was one time where somebody was smoking on the train. I legit called them out on it and just changed cars. I was not going to stay on that car. I refuse. Obviously. Like, I cannot. Okay, rant over. I'm sorry. I don't want to make this whole stream a rant session, but MTA, F you. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, man. I can't. But it's true, though. Like, am I wrong? Like, honestly. Average transportation in New York. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%, honestly. Alright, so that's my little rant for the day. I needed to get that off my chest because honestly it's something I deal with every day and it's honestly ridiculous. It really is. America letting smoking on trains is too much. No, 100%. Straight up. Alright, let's change the subject here because I don't want to be ranting all stream because otherwise it's just be me ranting about nothing. Alright, so now what I want to talk about is a few things I'm going to also start doing in terms of content for the channel, you know, all that good stuff, because there are a few things I kind of want to touch base on here. I hope you guys enjoyed my little rant. but yeah, I want to talk about a couple things I'm going to be starting to work on starting this month, in fact. So as y'all may know, this month is going to be, of course, Pokemon Day is going to be this month, and I believe we're getting Pokemon Presents on the 27th. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we are getting Pokemon Presents on the 27th. And obviously, I'm hoping that we will get something cool, something unique, of course, coming soon. Because I know we are expected to get that of the sorts. Fine, let me change the music here because I don't think the music is a little too powerful here. But let me change the music really quick before I continue here. But let me real quick change this up to something a little more calming so we can have a more chill session here. There we go. Nice. Okay. So first things first. Obviously, I think I'm going to be taking off that day because I do have to go to an appointment anyway. So I will say that on the 27th, I believe, is it the 27th that is going to be that? I think it's the 27th. I'm pretty sure, right? In fact, let me look at this right now. But there will be a podcast on that day. I'm going to be talking about the Pokemon Presents, because I think they usually have it on the 27th, if I'm not mistaken. But let me make sure. Because I want to make sure that I have the correct date. Yeah, yes, it's in fact on the 27th. So yeah, I do unfortunately have to go somewhere in the afternoon of that day. So sadly, I probably won't be live, unfortunately, for that. But what I will do is I'm probably that week going to be doing a podcast talking about the presents. So Smash Brothers for that week will be moved to a different day for that week. So just so you guys know, I just wanted to let you guys know that because I'm going to be doing a Pokemon Presents, after show. I guess we could talk about that, where we could probably watch it together, and I can take a look. I can see it for myself. Although I likely will see it on my own time anyway. I will still be going over it with you guys and kind of showcasing it on stream, so I could showcase it with you guys, honestly. But we'll just have to see what happens. But I will guarantee you that the 27th there will be a podcast later in the day, because like I said, I do have an appointment I have to go to on the 27th, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to put that stream for later in the day. But what I will do is it will be an after show, and I will give you guys my overall thoughts, and we can sit back, talk about it, all that good stuff, and we can have a nice chill stream. We always sit here, chatting and all that. So that's gonna be something. That should be something fun to look forward to. Also, I believe Monster Hunter Wilds is also coming this month as well, which that is in fact another game I actually do want to play. It's gonna be on PlayStation. So I will definitely be streaming it once it comes out. I don't believe it's going to be on Switch, unfortunately. Which it would have been cool if they actually did have that Monster Hunter. Wait, is it Monster Hunter Wilds? Hang on, let me look this up before I actually look like a fool. But yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds. No, I was right. Monster Hunter Wilds. It's gonna be on the 28th. Oh, okay. It's gonna be an open beta. Never mind. When is the release date? Oh, okay, so it's gonna be a release date for it, and then there's going to be. Oh no, the game. Okay, no. It's February 20. Oh wow, it's actually the day after the Pokemon Presents. Huh? Look at that. Nice. So we'll likely be starting that project up that same week. Okay, sick. So that week it's gonna be a lot of fun, honestly. So we're gonna have Monster Hunter Wild on the 28th, and then there's also gonna be the Pokemon Presents on the 27th. And then as well as the weekend, it's going to be the Pokemon Go Fest Unova Tour. Yo, wicked. Let's go. Okay, we got some. Yo, that week is going to be looking kind of fire. I'm not going to lie. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I don't know exactly when I'm going to start the let's play of it. I don't know if I'm going to actually do it like in videos, I don't know if I want to do it in videos or if I'm going to do it in actual like streams. I don't know if I really want to do it in videos or if I'm gonna do it in like a actual live streaming the game. But we'll see. I don't know, because part of me is considering streaming it. I kind of do want to stream it, but at the same time I might just do it like in videos. But I guess it depends on how the game looks. I guess I'm gonna have to try out the demo and see how it looks, and then from there, I can probably get an idea of whether or not if I should do it for a for like a series of streams, or if I make it like into a video project and stuff like that. So that's something that I'm actually going to be excited to try out, honestly. So Monster Hunter Wilds releases on the 28th, which is actually going to be on a Friday. So I know I've had one of my viewers, I think it was Chris, that was talking about the game. I think it was Chris. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong if they're here. But that they were talking about Monster Hunter Wilds, and I definitely have been wanting to try it out. So I'm definitely gonna be looking into that for sure. But I'm actually really excited. I'm actually going to definitely be getting into that game, and I'm definitely itching to give it a shot once it comes out. So expect that coming soon. I don't know when, but it will definitely be coming pretty soon, and I'm actually pretty excited overall for that game in particular, to say the very least. So I think it's going to be a relatively fun time once that game does in fact drop, and I think it's going to be a good time, honestly. Something new as well for me to try out too, because I definitely want to get into the Monster Hunter series, which I keep saying I'm going to, but I never do. So I'm gonna definitely put that on my wish list, of course. Now, of course, there is also the Switch 2 to look forward to, and I believe that's coming in spring, I think. But definitely, I already kind of touched base on it with my GF last, I think like a few weeks ago. So if you guys have not checked that out, be sure to check that out. So we kind of touched base on that. So Switch 2, hoping it does better. You know, all that good stuff. But yeah. Yeah, so but yeah, that's gonna be a video project I might work on. We'll see. I will say that another stream project I'm gonna start working on pretty soon will be I'm gonna be doing a Pokemon Scarlet. I don't know if I should do Scarlet, if I should do Violet, but one of the two. I'm going to be doing a Pokemon. I'm gonna be doing a Wonderlock, kind of similar to how I did the Pokemon Sword. I did the Shield Wonderlock, which basically you catch a Pokemon on a route, and then you get to re-roll it. You use the surprise trade in order to re-roll it to get another Pokemon, and then that Pokemon counts for that encounter. Basically, I'm thinking about doing that same thing again, but for Scarlet and Violet this time around. So I have to see how that goes. I definitely am interested to get that rolling pretty soon. But yeah, also guys, another thing that I kind of want to also talk about is eventually one day soon joining my first Pokemon League draft. I've been kind of talking about wanting to do a a draft league basically. So basically where you get to basically draft, y'all get to draft Pokemon, and you know, you get to draft Pokemon. You get points to spend on Pokemon to draft in, as well as, you know, building teams, and then points to get yourself a Terra Captain and all that stuff. I honestly will love to join one of these days. I would love to join a Pokemon League draft. Honestly, I think it will be a lot of fun. Now, those do in fact happen. It will be in the series of videos, obviously, because obviously, I can't just stream it. Otherwise, it'll be kind of weird. But I will definitely consider doing, honestly, for the most part. I'm switching to the Switch 2 once I can afford to. Yeah, no, I get that for sure. Retracting Pokemon to military? No, nothing like that. Basically, how it works is I basically would join a draft league with other YouTubers as well in the future. Maybe I would love to do it, and we all draft Pokemon for teams. Basically, we each draft Pokemon. I think we draft whatever Pokemon, how amount of Pokemon we get for the for battles, basically, and then we use points to actually get Pokemon. And then we build our teams around that, basically. So it'll be something really fun to try out. I definitely want to get. I've been talking about wanting to get into going into a draft league. I just have to find one that, you know, I guess you could say I just want to find one that you know, that would be that's currently accepting, I guess, and then, you know, really find some time to really look into it, actually, because I know those take up a lot of time, and I understand that. So gotta definitely, you know, set some time to really work on that. So because I understand that it's a lot of work, because you have to obviously edit in terms of team. You have to basically, you know, battle your opponents and stuff like that, and then you have to edit, you know, all this stuff, you know. There's a lot of stuff when it comes to drafts. So basically, if I do decide to do Pokemon draft leagues, I will have to dedicate quite a bit of time, in which, if that's the case, I will have to sacrifice some streaming time in order to be able to focus on the drafts and all that stuff. But it will be something really fun to do, to try out, to eventually get into. I think it would be a pretty cool idea to try to get into Pokemon draft leagues, honestly, because, you know, it'll be something really fun to do, and I wouldn't mind. I do love me a very good challenge. I do love a challenge where you have to use what you have and basically try to cook up a strategy in order to win, and try to. It's a lot of dedication. Well, I shouldn't really say dedication, but it's a lot of, you know, planning out, basically. Planning out in terms of what Pokemon you use, what attacks you use, maybe even run some crazy techs in order to catch your opponents off guard. I've seen a lot of crazy techs. I've watched draft league videos, and I've seen a lot of crazy stuff, honestly. And, you know, it really motivated me to eventually one day try it out as well, too, honestly. I think it'll be pretty cool. Now, if I do actually get to join I think the team is I'm going to call my team the New York Ultimas. I think that's going to be the team, the name of the team, the New York. I'm thinking either the New York Ultimas or the New York Latioses. No, I think New York Ultimas might be better, actually, now that I think about it. What do you guys think? Do you guys think New York Ultimas, or do you guys think New York Latioses? Or rather, New York Latios. Let me know, Latioses. I feel like New York Ultimas might be better, right? I think so. I feel like New York Ultimas might be better, personally, because I feel like it kind of fits in a little bit more. But that's just me personally. New York Ultimas, I think, fits a bit better, but I feel like, let me know, guys. What do you guys think about that? I'm curious now that I mentioned those names, honestly. But yeah, that would be my draft league team, the New York Ultimas, for sure. It would be really fun to get into, for sure, but I'll have to dedicate a lot of time in order to do that, so just be ready in case that does happen. But anyways, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, Pogo videos. I definitely want to address this as well, too. The New York Ultimas sound like they are a baseball team. See, that's the point, right? the Pokemon you draft is basically going to be kind of like your baseball team. I guess we could say it's kind of like your baseball team, where you have to really put them into the correct places in order to, enact the ideal strategies, right? It's funny you say that they're like a baseball team. It kind of fits too, because it's like, you draft your Pokemon, you have to and that's basically your team for that league. Now, I believe there are some times in which you can you can actually exchange Pokemon with other coaches as well. So I think it'd be pretty fun to try. Honestly, just talking about the draft leagues, honestly, guys, it really motivates me to really want to join one soon. So we'll see what happens, and then we'll see what happens. And if anything comes about it, it'll be something really fun to try out, honestly. And I honestly cannot wait to actually give it a shot. Honestly, I will love to join a draft league. It will be something really exciting to something new to try out, and just to get things out a little bit, because I want to expand more of different things rather than just saying same stuff I keep streaming, which is why my next topic, which I'm going to talk about, is of course Pokemon Unite. Part of the reason why I stopped playing Unite and took it seriously, obviously you already know how I feel about the game. I think the game is trash, the company is incompetent, and all that stuff. But I do know that there are still people that do enjoy the game. So, because of that, I'm doing Unite. I'm going to come back to doing Pokemon Unite, but I'm only going to do one Unite stream per month, as well as it's going to only be in the form of 1v1 battles. Now, if I do decide to ever do, casual games with viewers, it will be just simply that. And it probably won't be until I'm doing like a collab with somebody. Like if I'm doing it with Thunder, for example, or with Poncho. Shout out to them, by the way, of course. Shout out to all the peeps that I know that still play Unite. Thunder, of course, being one of them. Poncho, Stormy. There's a few people I know that still play the game, and I just want to give them my shout outs to them, of course. Definitely, if you guys have not checked them out, be sure to check them out, of course. Champion, I keep saying Champion, but it's Zorua Thunder now. But yeah, still shout out to them though. Definitely check them out. Awesome people, awesome content. Definitely amazing. Definitely funny people. Definitely awesome peeps and all that stuff. There's a lot there. I know there's more people that do play that I just haven't mentioned their names, but I just don't know why I keep forgetting their names. But nonetheless, shout out to y'all, of course, that still play Unite. But yeah, Unite streams, I'm gonna do those only once a month, and they're gonna be in the 1v1 customs for fun, honestly. I think that is still too hydrated. Listen, y'all bombarded her so hard with that water during our collab. That was honestly insane. I hope she's okay. I'm pretty sure she's okay though. Shout out to Dana though, for sure. But yeah, Unite is going to be taking place once every month, and maybe things will change. Maybe I might do other things rather than just doing 1v1 customs as well. But we'll see what happens. It depends, I guess, on how I feel as well too. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not really too excited about playing the game, honestly. But I'm considering I'm doing once a month deal, just for the sake of the fact that I know some people that they still do want to play Unite, and I'm gonna still give them a Unite stream. It's just gonna be in a completely different fashion, of course, as well as if there happens to be any events in which if people are in fact trying to get the events done, I could dedicate a stream to help them get those events done, basically. So that's basically what the goal I'm going for. 1v1 customs, or if there's a big event going, I could probably consider doing an event like that as well, to help people farm what they need, so that if they get all their stuff, they'd be good to go. So I think that's the plan on that for sure. But as far as doing casuals, like the normal 5v5s, I don't think I'm gonna do those anytime soon, unless I'm with somebody that I know. Like if I'm doing a collab or whatever, I think that's gonna be the only exception that I do. And I just realized my chat's not working. Lovely. I'm so sorry, guys. I just realized your chat's not even coming up on the screen. I'm so sorry about that. Sometimes it does not work, sadly. Misty Crossing, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Welcome. But yeah, that's pretty much the news on Unite. As far as the Pogo videos go, I think I'm gonna start slowing down on those because honestly, while I have been really having a good time in enjoying editing those videos, I feel like they're not really as fun as they used to be. Well, I still enjoy editing them, don't get it twisted. I still enjoy editing the videos, getting some of the challenges done with my buddies and all that. But those will still be happening. They're just gonna be happening at they'll just come when they come, basically. So just want to give you a little quick update on that. What else? I know there's a few other things that kind of also want to touch base on as well too when it comes to these updates. Let me see. I'm trying to remember all the other updates. I probably should have put, you know, I always forget to always take these notes down in a I was gonna definitely like I always have to remember to put these notes down because I keep forgetting to do this, honestly. I was gonna point out the chat thing, but I forgot what I was typing midway through typing. Nah, it's all good. I kind of caught on to it as I was still, you know, doing this stream, doing this, of course. So, unfortunately, yeah, the chat unfortunately is not showing up, which really sucks. I apologize about that, guys. I really wish the chat would work, but sadly, it is not. So, unfortunately, I think it's because the bot is not in the chat. That's probably why it's not showing. I think I'm not sure if it's the bot room or if it's the no, the bot really is in the chat, but for some reason the chat's not showing. I guess I'm gonna have to look into that afterwards. But yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely yeah, I need to look into that. 100%, I need to look into that because the chat doesn't show on here sometimes, and it's really a butt. And I really apologize because I do love to have that chat going for you guys for sure. But yeah, there was something else I wanted to talk about actually. Oh yeah. Games I'm actually gonna drop actually. Not two games, but really there's one game I'm gonna drop as well, and that's of course Pokemon trading card game live. Now I know I have a viewer who absolutely loves playing the trading card game, which, you know, kudos to him of course, but me personally, I don't find the game really that fun anymore. And not to mention with the recent development of people actually okay, this is gonna be another topic here we got to talk about here. So I was gonna show a video about this, but I guess I may as well talk about it. But basically, right, I don't know if you guys search up Pokemon Costco Pokemon card Costco's Pokemon trading card game fight, you will see that that there was actually a situation at Costco's in which there were people fighting over rare Pokemon cards. And I thought to myself, what is going on with society these days? Like, okay, there's gonna be another rant, a little mini rant here. So you get people, okay, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all about this, okay? Bot rate is 100% here, level me up to yeah. But for some reason it doesn't show the chat. I'm gonna have to look into that for sure. But yeah, mini rant, guys, alert, here we go, let's go. So, one of my co-workers, shout out to them. I don't think they ever watch my stream, but if they do, shout out to her. She told me about a Pokemon card fight that broke out that happened in Costco because over some rare Pokemon cards. And I thought to myself, are you actually serious? With people really fighting over Pokemon cards in Costco's? And she was like, yeah. So I did my research on this. And surely enough, there was in fact a video. I saw that there was a video over some guys, some guys fighting with each other over Pokemon cards. And I'm thinking to myself, what is going on with society these days? Like, they're just cardboard, and then you got these people fighting over them. Now, no disrespect to those that collect the cards. I mean, the cards are fantastic, but I kind of stopped collecting Pokemon cards because I feel like when it comes to Pokemon cards, it's really an expensive hobby, and I ain't got the bread to really spend on a whole bunch of money on cards like that, especially if you got these, you know, scalpers, of course. But I'm not going to go into all that detail because there's already a video on it already as it is. But one thing that I would never do is collect Pokemon cards, and to see these people really fighting in Costco's over Pokemon cards, I'm sorry. That's what has society come to these days? Like, what has society absolutely come to these days? Like, granted, of course, there are, I've grew up with Pokemon. Pokemon is something that I really enjoyed ever since I was young, and I got my folks to thank for that. I heard about that. Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Now, if you guys don't believe me, just look up on YouTube, Pokemon card Costco's fight, something like that, and you'll see it. It's honestly crazy. Like, oh man, I'm actually really glad that I do not. It's honestly really ridiculous, honestly, what people have been going through doing these days. But it's rare Pokemon cards. Playing Smash Bros. Really just put Pokemon cards in crazy. Exactly. Like, there was even a clip in which somebody elbowed somebody in the face just because they were trying to nab the cards away from them. Like, brother, they're just cards. The company will make more. Like, relax. Now, basically, right, a new Pokemon set came out. I believe it's called Prismatic Evolutions, where it features the older evolutions, which, you know what? I understand, people will love the evolutions. I mean, the evolutions are fantastic. I love the evolutions myself. My favorite one, I will have to say, it's a toss-up between Umbreon and Jolteon. In case you guys are curious about what my favorite evolution is, my favorite is definitely a tie between Umbreon and Jolteon. I love all the evolutions, but those are probably my two favorites, honestly, personally. Jolteon or Umbreon, one of the two. Like, it's kind of like a tie, but it's kind of like a toss-up between those two, basically. But you will never see me ever fight anybody else over cards, and it's why I stopped collecting cards in the beginning, honestly. Now, where does that lead when it comes to Pokemon Trading Card Game Live? That game, I feel like definitely lost. I lost so much interest in the game when they made the direction of they did, honestly. Which we're gonna talk about that too in a second. Bro, it's just Pokemon cards. It's not like it's Black Friday or something. No, exactly. They really treating the cards like it's Black Friday or something like that over there. Like, if you see the video, you see exactly what I'm talking about. It's honestly insane on how the society is when it comes to that. Honestly, it's so ridiculous. I just find it really funny though that people will really fight with each other over cards like that. I'm sorry, I just find it extremely funny. Now, I'm not trying to sound like a douche or anything like that, but if people would just straight up fight over cards like that in that video, I'm sorry, what are they even doing with themselves? What are they even doing with themselves? I'm genuinely curious. I am genuinely curious. To fight over cards? I'm sorry. There's no explaining that at all, honestly. But yeah, back to the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live thing. Ever since they updated how you get the rewards and all that stuff, I feel like I kind of had lost interest in playing that game in particular, because they changed the game up so much that now I feel like the game hurts the free-to-play players a lot more, honestly. So it's like, if you're trying to get into the game now, granted, I gotta say, yes, they do give you a deck each set release. They do give you a 60 card deck, which that's generous of them to give you a 60 card deck, and then when you play with it, you can unlock rewards, you get packs, you get cards and all that stuff. That's great, that's great. But I feel like it was just the direction that they came about when it came to the change up of it in particular. It's what kind of demotivated me to even continue playing the game in particular. So I don't know how many people, aside from one person I know, who's subbed to me for Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, but I will no longer be playing that game. I will no longer be streaming that game, because I honestly am not a fan with what they've done when it comes to the battle pass and all that stuff. And I personally am just not a fan of that anymore, of the game anymore. So it's definitely something that I dropped. So yeah. If you did really get into Pokemon cards, you would have been doing an all-out brawl for the army card. Nah, I wouldn't even brawl with anybody for that. No, I would not. I would not. I would not. I would never do that. I would never do that for sure. I mean, I do like Umbreon. Don't get it twisted. I do like Umbreon, but I wouldn't brawl with anybody over an Umbreon card like that. I don't even collect cards anymore. Period. But you know, that's just me personally. That is just straight up me personally. That's just the way I've been, like, you know, all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it in regards to that. But yeah, Pokemon Trading Card game, I will not be playing that game anymore. Now, another game I kind of do want to talk about is Trading Card Game Pocket. Now, with Trading Card Game Pocket, right, they did in fact release trading into the game, which is cool. But in my opinion, I think the trading in this game is trash. Now, why I say that? Because if you want to trade with people, you literally have to convert cards in order to do that. And it's really dumb. However, I do understand that they did in fact acknowledge that there were some people that were not happy, so they are at least doing making a way to getting you guys other ways to be able to get more of the currency you need in order to trade. But we'll see, I guess, if it's enough. Now, in regards to Pokemon Pocket in particular, if you guys are curious as to whether or not if I'm still playing that game, yes, I am still playing Pokemon Pocket. I know some people still are, of course. If you guys want to add me, I did make a post about it a couple days ago, into which I did in fact I showcased my code and all that stuff. So if you would like to add me on Pokemon Pocket, be sure you feel free to do so. I just won't be live streaming it as much anymore. I am still going to be playing it. I'm just not going to be basically streaming it myself personally, but I will still be playing it. I can tell you that. I can tell you guys that. If anything, I just won't be streaming it basically. So yeah, pretty much. Why get into a real life Pokemon battle where you could just order Pokemon cards online and hope it's not a bootleg from Temu? That is true. That is true. You're not wrong there. But when it comes to the battlings, of course, I rather do Pokemon battling in I rather personally just do battling in the main series games personally. But that is of course just me, guys. That is of course just me. That is of course just me. That's just the way how I've been, you know, all that stuff. So that is just honestly only me personally. But yeah, I do still play Pocket at least, so if you guys are interested in that, you know, I am still of course streaming that of course as well. So yeah, still doing that of course. Now the next topic I kind of want to touch base on is Final Fantasy 14. Now I know some of you guys may not be a fan of the game. I completely understand 100% because I know not many of y'all are going to be interested in Final Fantasy, which I completely understand. It is a game that I do like playing. It is a game that I do enjoy playing because the game offers a whole lot to the table in terms of, you know, things you can do in the game, such as raiding, you know, fishing, dungeons, you know, all that stuff. I do play that. I still do play that myself personally. And I do in fact still do play the game. It's just I just stream it only like once a day, of course, once a day and all that. So it's just something that I've been really just been doing. I just been playing a bit, and you know, I'm trying to, you know, eventually also trying to stream it here and there, honestly, but I also understand not many people really are into Final Fantasy, which I understand, you know. But I will still be doing some Final Fantasy. In fact, this Wednesday, I'm going to be streaming Final Fantasy 14. I'm going to be doing Boja, in fact, something new that I've been doing I've been getting into, of course. Now, of course, there is still quite a few things that I still need to work on, of course, in that game in due time, of course. But yeah, pretty much that's it on that front. Though I'm not gonna lie, it has been becoming a little bit more stale for me when it comes to Final Fantasy, and I know it's very weird for me to say that, but it is what it is, I guess. You know. I think with that, I think that's all the updates I kind of wanted to touch base on, honestly, really. My little rant in the morning, about this morning, and in particular what I deal with, and a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I think that's about it. Yeah, I don't think there's much else I needed to, talk about, really. So I will say this, definitely be ready for that Pokemon Presents after stream on that day, and I will definitely be picking a date as to which I'm going to be starting that project on the Monster Hunters Wild. I'm going to definitely be getting into that pretty soon and all that stuff, so definitely looking forward to that. So with that, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and just straight up end it here for tonight. I know the stream was definitely pretty short, and I know I've had a lot of technical difficulties here and there, but I apologize about that in advance. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow with some Scarlet and Violet battles. So if you guys like to battle me in Scarlet and Violet, I will be live with that this upcoming, well, tomorrow pretty much. So yeah. Alright, and with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream for tonight. I know the stream was pretty short, but it's all good because I just really wanted to get these updates out for the most part for tonight. So with that, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Ladio's Ultimate Speedrun stream. Yeah, I guess you could call it that. I guess you can call it that. Alright, so I'm out of here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize for this video being kind of this stream being short, but I will be back tomorrow with some Scarlet and Violet battles, so stay tuned for that. I will be live with that tomorrow, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care.